Hello, and thank you for taking the time to join me today. Just wanted to share with you today. It's a special day in our family. It's my dad's 70th birthday, and in Korean tradition, in Korean culture, the decade birthdays become huge. Like 60th is supposed to be a monumental celebration, 70th is supposed to be a monumental celebration, 80th, 90th, and so forth. And it's probably because back in the days, no one if you lived up to 60, it's a great deal, so people celebrate. And then you live up to 70, it's even a greater deal. And so my dad turned 70 today, 70, and it's hard to believe that my dad is actually that old. But we can't really celebrate his birthday because we're all physically distancing ourselves from one another, to flatten the curve and to do our part and to make sure that we ensure a quicker path to being able to be in social settings once again. And I just wanted to use this time and this medium and this space to wish my dad a happy birthday. I just want to tell you a little bit about my dad. My dad is a pastor, and through he has that pastor voice, meaning that when I got in trouble and he yelled, like, your soul left your body, and he continues to be someone who I strive to be as a minister. If there's one thing that my dad modeled for us, was the importance of prayer. My dad literally is a prayer warrior. He prays all the time. Any little thing that, like any decision, any like prayer first. Always pray first. Pray first. And in my lifetime, my dad has been on 40-day fasts. Like one when I was 6, one when we were in Santa Barbara, so somewhere around 92, 93, 94. Once when I was in Hawaii, and then once when I was in DC and they were still in Hawaii. And I don't know why one would put themselves through that. I mean, literally when my dad finished his 40-day fast, his legs were as thick as my forearm. It was a sight to behold. And there was only a handful of times that I remember my dad crying. One of them was the first 40-day fast. I was 6 or 7. This was in Los Angeles, and he finished his fast. And he was going to break his fast. The first thing he would eat in 40 days would be just a little piece of bread, for communion. The communion would just be within family. And as he went through the communion liturgy with the three of us, he was like crying. And I remember seeing this man that I looked up to, and this man that I thought could do anything, because like I didn't quite get what he was doing at the time when I was 6, but I kind of understood like how hungry he must have been, because I get hungry and I eat, but dad didn't for 40 days. And I probably didn't even understand the concept of 40 days. But here was this man that is crying over something, and that had a profound impact on me. And I know that if I am half the prayer warrior that he is, that I will be successful. We are blessed to have a wonderful father. There are so many PKs, pastors' kids, who grow up resentful towards their fathers and towards the church, because a lot of times they felt that the father had chosen their church over their family. And that's a common mentality within Korean pastors. Like, there is honor in suffering, right? We are a people who suffer. And so what is a greater suffering than giving up your family for the sake of God's ministry? So a lot of pastors' kids grow up really resentful of the church and what it did to their fathers. But the thing with my dad was, both my parents, they were home all the time. Like, we come home from school, they were home. I mean, they would leave us here and there to do visitations and whatnot, but for the most part, my dad and mom were home a lot, which probably kept me out of trouble. And the other thing that it was just grinding to my ears when I turned 15, 16, 17, 18, the teenage years, was my dad always went out of his way to tell me and to tell my brother, I love you, which was, like I said, was super annoying. Like, yeah, dad, yeah. And I didn't realize how much of a blessing that was. Not a lot of people grow up hearing those words from their dad. And here I was, sick and tired of hearing that phrase from my dad. I am convinced if I'm half the pastor that he is, I will be successful. If I am able to practice a quarter of his discipline of prayer, that I will be effective. He has shown me what it means to be a good pastor, what it means to be a good husband, and what it means to be a good father. I am grateful for you. You have taught me so many things, and you still teach me so many things. So I just wanted to take this time to say, Dad, I love you. Thank you for all you've done for me. You did such a great job of raising one son, and you did your best with the younger one. Both Daniel and I are grateful to have you as a father and the source of wisdom to lean upon and to draw upon whenever we need help. 생신 축하드립니다. 사랑해요. 그리고 꼭 오래 사세요.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Heina Budgie. Happy birthday to you. I love you. I miss you. I love you.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's it.